This War of Mine is a war survival game based off of the Siege of Sarajevo from 1992 to 96. It came out in late 2014, and they've gradually added content over the years, some small and some episodic, and then the one after the main game, though, was The Little Ones, which added children along with adult survivors, and then after that, most recently in the last year or so, it's been the 3-story episode, the latest Fading Embers, which just came out a few days ago. Each of the 3-story episodes have a theme. The first episode, Father's Promise, is mental illness, trauma of survivors, where a father's looking for his daughter. The second to last broadcast is a group on the radio sending information to survivors while they're being suppressed by the military. And the final episode of their story series, Fading Embers, is the preservation of artifacts scattered around the city. Eventually you go to a museum and you're faced the choice of burning them up for fuel or preserving them, and then you get an ending kind of based upon that, along with doing other conditions that have that conflict going on. It's fine to play as a story. It's linear, which I think the best aspect of this game is the procedural generation, randomization, like the stories that go along. Like, you have stories with the main game too when you are playing, whether you're playing Survivor or you're doing the random sandbox mode. With the stories, though, it's linear. You're going from one thing to the next. And the Fading Embers one I found to be the weakest of the 3, because it's just preserving kind of culture and artifacts, which is, an element of war, but the main part I found with this is the survival kind of aspect. And the other episodes too. I find I would play those after playing the main game. The main draw of it is learning how to play the game where you're immersed in being a survivor, because you don't know what to do. You're just kind of faced with the situation. And the more that you learn, then it kind of becomes a management game, and you kind of focus on the game element. But early on is the best part, and with the randomization, where you go from one location to the next, looking for things. You don't know exactly what to get, but you see those conditions of your player being sick, tired, and you kind of learn what to do throughout the game. And that the music and the pencil sketch style too, rather than ramping up when the action's going on, it really draws you in. So I recommend buying the base game, playing that, and then if you like it, then going into the story missions. Like, subscribe, tap the bell, and I'll see you next time.